Skibbity bubbity 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 skibbity bibbity bee. Hello, welcome. My name's James Chamberlain. I'm here with the three Musketeers, although there is a fourth. We'll get to that soon enough. I'm here with.
It's your boy, CBLFC.
It's me.
Oh, by the way, the Muska quiz is patent pending because we're not sure about the end.
We are actually going to return because remember, the audience were voting on some names for the new podcast.
Yeah.
So, Cameron, can you just intro the song, and then we can begin.
Sugar on sugar, sugar on sugar, shake, 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 sugar on sugar.
I'm fairly sure you've changed that a bit.
Yeah, just the fans sent me a few suggestions. I changed it up a bit.
The fans. I didn't realise the turd had fans, but alright.
The listeners, you fucking nonce.
So we're going to start today by introducing our special guest, Philip Warren. If you want to introduce yourself.
I hate all three of you.
Yeah, that's Phil. He's a real trick.
It's Philip in quotations of the Pikey Warren.
He'll be talking to you later today about potatoes. But
Oh, bloody hell, I hate those.
no, we're gonna start by checking in on the poll for the new name for the podcast. Because the quiz weren't happy with us calling ourselves Quiz. So Cameron,
Don't bring it to me. I haven't got my computer in front of me.
now remember, we don't want them auto-generated. If you can please just tell our readers what they've been sending in. Take it away.
Okay, so we've got the suggestion is what's it to you?
That's terrible.
We've got the Clock Boys.
Clock Boys.
Yeah, that's just a weird one. I don't know what that was. We've got the Super Duper Loopers.
No, Cam, you're doing what you did last week. You're reading out the
I'm
bad
not
names.
reading
Can you read
what
out?
I did because
Can you read
I'll
out the good
share my
names?
He's just
screen.
searched podcast names
I'll
into.
share my screen so you know that I'm not doing it.
All right. Well, as per usual, the turd is being a turd and not really helping.
I didn't fucking look at a generator, you nonce.
No, but they were bad names. I wanted you to read out the good names.
Why don't you read them out then, Mr. Genius?
I haven't got the list.
Oh, because you're an idiot, that's why.
I've
Alright.
got the list right here.
Take it away.
There we go. This should be good.
Here's the top one. Oh, the Chinkies. I don't know. It's the best
Go
name.
racist. I
No,
like.
it's the best name. Brilliant.
Sorry, is that all you've got?
No, I've got more. The Quantum Leap Water Lilies.
Okay.
These aren't good.
They're much better than whatever you said. Masking Tape Bonanza. And finally, Spanish Inquisition.
That was the last one.
That was the
now
last one.
we're in a similar position to last week, where I don't think we're particularly happy with the names that have been sent in. So we're gonna. I think
Eat Water Lilies. I like that one.
it's not quite the Three Musketeers.
What about the first one?
What was the first one?
The Chinkies.
Oh.
Mhm.
We'll put it under review. We've got to send it over to Ofcom to see if they'll allow us to call ourselves the thing. So they'll probably be back later in the episode. They get back pretty quick now, and it's it. Back.
Classic Ofcom.
So, I think it's time for our first segment. I'm feeling lucky. Oh yeah, I'm feeling lucky. It's Cameron's I'm feeling lucky segment. Take it away.
Hey guys, welcome back. Now you love this segment every week, so we're just gonna go on your Google. You're on search engine. Click that button. Let's see what we got today. Wow, there's something for our Asian listeners. It's Pakistan Independence Day. Now I know our special guest Philip the Pikey Warren, has quite a few strong opinions about this because he hates those what do you call them, Phil?
Pass.
Oh, so he calls them
I
pass.
think he's trying to say packies, but it didn't quite come out.
Oh, he did. He tried.
Nice.
So,
No, we don't endorse racism on this show. Not
I have
live.
a few opinions on racism, if you will.
if I will.
I think
I love it when he says "if you will."
How about if I won't?
it's a bit of a catchphrase. I've been like, oh no, I think you've cut on, but I'm going to carry on saying it because the people love it. Hashtag if you will, president. Now, my thoughts on racism. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad.
When is it good?
Well, is it good, James?
Good question, Ethan. Glad you brought that up. That's the sort of difficult discussion we like to have on this podcast. When is racism good? Now, I'm just going to take you back to 1942.
Feel free to answer the question.
Can you repeat it?
When is racism good?
Yes, I like that question. No, if you'll let me divulge for a second.
Please.
Divulge.
Back during Hitler's rise to power.
Oh yeah, I remember it well.
I think we all do. I was about to say great guy, bit my tongue, although I said it anyway. He didn't like Jews, did he? Now,
I don't think he was a fan of him.
if the Jews were racist to Hitler, would that be bad or good?
I think the Jews
stumped
at
you.
the end of the day they've got to be the bigger man. And just forget about it.
Not sure I'd label the Holocaust as a whole as the Jews wanting to be bigger men as such.
Well, the Holocaust wasn't, but once Hitler does that first, he gasses a few of them, but not
A few,
afraid to
couple
back.
million.
Well, yeah,
Well, this
progressively.
actually brings me round to one of my weekly questions I posed to Cameron.
Is this still my segment?
crazy.
Sorry, I'm a bit confused.
Cameron,
Yeah.
can I
Imagine
get your
living
thoughts
in that time and it's just a load of Jews being gassed.
Cameron, can I get your thoughts on fascism, please?
I bet you feel so lucky you're not Jewish.
I think what we need to really be focusing on is the current crisis that is the chocolate crisis.
Yeah, just take us back.
Well, I think what we're
When
going
you
to
say
have to
take
do.
us back, I don't think he said anything about it.
Oh, no, take me back.
No, I want to take it back to my actual segment. That what was supposed to be happening is the lucky segment.
Oh,
No, James, it hasn't ended. You don't have to give the intro again. What we're going to say is tweet your thoughts in with the
thoughts about what?
hashtag Hitler good ?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it for my
I like it last week it was fat Americans die. This week, good question mark.
I've got to state that clear. The question mark is written out. It's not the actual symbol, guys. So don't be fucking retarded.
And I do want to just make a plea that we have no hate going on with the hashtag. Just honest opinions, please.
Yeah, we don't hate Hitler, guys.
Yeah.
Hate is a very
Let's
strong
be a
word.
bigger man here.
Yeah, I mean, just like the Jews. So now, I think Ethan, you know what it's time for. If you can get the sound up.
Ba-dum, 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 la la la.
No, that's not the one I'm talking about.
James, you never give me you never tell me this in advance. I'll have to
You
find
should
my
know.
phone
It's a weekly
instead.
segment.
I'm not doing it this week. I'm going to pass you over to Philip.
All right, Philip, give me an intro tune. Something on the mysterious side.
A tune?
He's a special guest. He can't do shit.
Can someone give me a mysterious medley, please?
That's
And thanks for that, Cameron. We're now going to go into our weekly segment of reading out Mr. Douglas Farahorn's letter he wrote into us a while ago. I believe his account, if I'm not
Where
mistaken.
did we leave off? Where did we leave off?
Let me just find my place in the letter. Here we go. It was a mysterious evening. And
I think the same we started from the first time we read the story.
no, I remember we started on it was a night in autumn.
Oh yeah.
classic night.
Let's just carry on. It was a mysterious evening, as I just noticed the clock passed by 9 o'clock. And,
How mysterious.
the birds were not so much chirping as squealing.
If you will.
Oh yeah, that classic bird squeal.
If I remember correctly, there was a lady approaching my door, and she knocked on it and said,
Hello, is anybody home?
and I replied,
Fuck off, I'm in the bath.
and mysteriousness unravelled itself. So we'll be returning to that letter next week, as we always do. I don't know about you, but this is getting very mysterious.
I'd love to just cut out the bits of the story from each podcast and put them together and see how it actually works.
Absolutely tired at that. There's a mystery unfolding.
It's always a mystery unfolding.
So yes, that story's unravelling quite nicely. Thank you, Douglas. And Ethan, what's on your mind this week? What topics do you want to discuss?
It's an interesting question. I'm not sure how to take it. It feels like a bit of a personal attack.
Well, I didn't mean it as one.
Well, that's kind of what I've taken it, and it's making me feel a bit uncomfortable. I'm going to pass you over to Philip.
Seems
What's
a
the
bit of
question?
a theme occurring. So
No, James, sorry. My real topic is things that I don't know about you. At university, well, my one particularly, there's a lot of Asian people.
yeah, I do
Yeah.
actually have a story about this.
No, some sort of story. I just wanted some sort of discussion. I see them, doing certain things, and I think that looks weird. I don't normally associate that with Asian people. Just wanted to get your opinions.
Well,
Smoking. Seeing an Asian person smoking seems weird to me.
don't quite share that belief.
I was just about to say Philip hates Asian people, but the tweets with the hashtag. No, actually, don't tweet us.
There was
Also,
one night,
playing rugby. I've never seen an Asian person play rugby.
It's quite a white sport, isn't it?
yeah,
Well, I have. They have a Japanese national rugby team.
Well, I imagine they do have a national team because they seem to be quite competitive
I
in
have
that
seen them
sense.
play. It's quite funny
why is
Are
it
they
funny?
all much shorter than
They-
the other
because
players?
they just don't. They're not very good.
I thought Japan did quite well in the World Cup last time.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say here, Philip. I
I find
don't
it interesting that
don't condone your
they're
action.
very competitive about their gymnastics and whatnot, but and diving and so forth, the Olympic sports, but they can't seem to grasp sports with balls in. Football,
wasn't there a?
What you're
Asian
saying is
teams
they
are shit.
struggle with
Tennis.
balls.
Are there any good tennis players? Asian
I
people.
think there's a
aren't
couple of good
good
tennis
football.
players, and I think there's a couple of good golf players.
Has there ever been a champion? Asian champion? I don't
What?
think so.
In
What
what?
I'm going to
Golf?
say is I don't actually care.
In tennis or in football, I think Heung-min Son is probably the best Asian footballer of all time. That's quite recent, really.
What about that guy, that Honda guy?
Well, he was all right. He was no Ji-sung Park. I'll tell you that.
Jason Park, he's a throwback.
Kagawa.
He's shit, mate.
Kagawa.
I was more
Yeah.
just naming players I could remember.
Just remember Asian players you can remember. That's about it for me. I can't name any others. So I think Asian people, they're not very good with balls.
No, I mean it probably comes down to their upbringing and lack of balls.
I'm sorry, Phil, you're not allowed to leave.
Oh, he's just left.
I'm
Our
just going
special
to
guest
say
is left.
goodbye to our special guest. He's just ran out of the studio.
Yeah, I think he had places to be.
He had some good input.
He had some Pakistanis to kill, I think.
I tried to pass it over to him a couple of times, but sometimes they take flight, other times they plummet.
You can bait the fish all you want, but if they don't want to bite, they won't bite.
Wow.
Now, that leads us on to our next topic. Fish in Cameroon. Thoughts?
Yeah, glad you
I
brought
don't
that
think
up,
there is
actually.
any, to be honest. I don't think there is any.
No, Cameroon's actually the home of salmon, believe it or not. They
Yeah.
cultivate
I
many
don't
types of
actually.
salmon.
Home of salmon.
Red salmon, green salmon, blue salmon,
Black salmon, perhaps.
purple salmon.
If you will.
Ooh.
Well.
Well,
Um,
what?
And I think what I'm trying to say is there are, in fact, different coloured salmons.
What?
Yeah, very good point, James. Cameron, any news on the giant sloth situation?
Well, what I can tell you, Ethan, is that they died out because they were so fucking slow.
That did happen.
And the sloth report on the field. We have no sightings of giant sloths for the past 30 years, but I can tell you, I've been trying to breed a special kind of sloth in Manchester Zoo.
Oh, are you working with the special guest we had on last week?
Yeah, I think we've got him back in for another interview, actually. I really want to
have
hear
we?
his. Yeah, we've got him back in. His interview was so productive the first time. I thought I'd get him back in because he's actually the one behind making these sloths have ears twice the size of a normal sloth.
Is this the so-called sloth expert that just came on talk gibberish?
No, yeah, he knew because
Just any sloth facts.
it was because they're actually, the sloths are actually being given ears 16 times the size of a
thought he
normal
got
sloth.
taken to prison after
No,
admitting live
no.
on air that he mated with a sloth.
No, he didn't, because they knew that he was doing it for science.
And here he is, live
Here-
from
Here
prison.
he is again. Yeah.
Hello, everyone. I am the sloth expert.
What was your name again, sir? It's
You have it right there.
oh yes, it's it's
I don't know how to speak it twice.
it's. I didn't know you were Japanese.
Russian or something.
I can't quite remember the accent I was doing.
You're we're putting a fake accent on viewers to actually mask his real voice and keep him safe from anybody that wants to abuse it.
that people don't like her when I met her with the sloth. What do you want to know?
Basically, I want to know is how do you actually go about making the sloth's ears 16 times bigger than the normal sloths?
Well, I found a younger child. His name goes by Kieran O'Reilly. And then I mated him with the sloth.
Okay, that's interesting. So how did you actually get... I'm assuming this child did not want to mate with the sloth, so how did you convince him?
Well, I blindfolded him, and then I tied his hands up.
You're an American now.
Okay, sorry guys, a bit of a problem with our voice master here. I'll just get it fixed in a second. Yeah, okay, it's fixed now.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
I love this guy. We should just have him every week.
I'm told that he is also an expert in...
He needs to be an expert in sloth. But all he's done is said that he mated with the sloths. And now he'd say
he's also an expert in the human mating ritual with the gorilla.
Yes, I like the gorilla almost as much as the sloth. Not quite.
I'm told. What's your favourite food, sir?
Well, I like the rhinoceros.
I'm sorry?
The rhinoceros.
I'm not quite sure what you're saying. Can you repeat that?
The rhinoceros.
Oh, so we're now being told that he eats rhinoceros. This is crazy.
A rhinoceros is a plural.
What?
I'm sorry?
What does rhinoceros? What does it taste like?
Imagine you take a younger child and soak him in olive oil,
Yes.
and then bake him for roughly 2 hours, and then soak him in a soy sauce. That is the rhinoceros flavor.
Okay, that's very interesting.
Very interesting recipe to describe the flavour.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, thanks for coming on. What's your name? Sorry.
I don't talk twice. So you tell me.
Yeah, I know. See, say again. Oh my god. Okay, well, thanks for having. Oh well, thanks for coming on. I don't talk twice.
Thank you very much. And I tell the people, don't be afraid of the sloth. Mate with the sloth. Alright, thank you very much. Yeah.
That was excellent. Really good insight there into a man who literally has sex with a sloth.
Oh my god, he said don't be afraid, and then he lost his conviction, but oh my god. He said,
Well, fair play to the man. At least he's
yeah.
doing something with his life.
Yeah, that is one way to put it.
I think you'd enjoy talking to him, James.
He does seem like my sort of character, to be honest.
You always seem to just
Actually,
disappear
James,
whenever he comes.
I think we should have him back on right now, and you should have a bit of a back and forth with him.
I'm not quite sure that's what the people want.
Wow.
Oh, let's go to our polls on Twitter. It's exactly what the people want.
Maybe next episode.
Next episode, I think we can't have him on.
So guys, tweet with the hashtag sloth mating. Is it acceptable in today's society? What are your thoughts on this?
That's a long hashtag.
And then just with the hashtag again, sloths. Sloths.
Is there a sloth emoji? You put sloth emoji and then the turnip or whatever the kid was sending it.
How about you send us in your funny pics you've got of when you were mating with a sloth? Unfortunately, there's no sloth emoji.
Yeah, I just checked.
That's what you think.
Oh,
No?
it is a sloth emoji. It's actually the person that the guy's given birth to. Cake throw chewy. Oh, nice. Nice. That's what you love to see. That is what you love to see.
Yeah, yeah.
Seriously, a sloth.
So, I think we're perhaps coming to a close of today's episode. We've had some interesting discussions for sure. We've tackled some hard topics that some people are afraid to talk about.
Yes.
Quite. And so I think we're about ready to sign off. Thanks. You've been great as per usual. See ya.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Skippity poppity pop 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 skippity 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 boop boop skippity pop 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 skippity beep 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 beepity pop 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 skippity pop skippity pop skippity skippity pop pop pop.